Welcome to this presentation, How to Create New Words. English is always changing. This is especially true of words. All through history, new words have entered the English language, thereby making the language richer and greater. The influx of new words has, however, in no way diminished today. On the contrary, new words are created at an amazing speed in magazines and papers, but also on the internet, on mobile phones, and in everyday life, by people just like you and me. What's so great about word formation is that anyone can do it. You can do it. You can come up with new words. It's a lot of fun. The language belongs to the speaker. They have the right to come up with new words. In this presentation, we will take a look at why new words are created, and then we go through how it's done. I hope that this will make you want to go out and look for new words as well as creating them yourself. Why new words? I could think of 3 reasons. Can you think of more? The first one, to fill a gap in meaning. The second, to communicate effectively. And the third, basically to have fun. To fill a gap of meaning. We need new words for new things and phenomena and experiences that we discover. Thus, when Korean pop became something to talk about in the English-speaking world, the term K-pop was coined. By the way, do you know what the word textonym means? Do you? Well, it's actually that wrong word that your mobile phone suggests that you should use when you've started to write a text message. That's a textonym. Useful, isn't it? To communicate effectively. This particularly applies to text messages. Think of all these new words that have been created to make it faster to communicate through text messages. I'm sure you have tons of more examples than LOL or LOL, 404 for I haven't got a clue, I hate you, forever, z, etc. But I'm sure you know many more. Okay? And also because it's fun with new words. The English love wordplay. And popular magazines come up with funny words and phrases to entertain the audience. They want to define everything. Thus they come up with words for all the new hot couples, all the new fashion items, all the new groups of bands and their fans, etc. It's fun. So, how then do you do it? How do you create new words? Well, as you will see, a few patterns for new words have developed through the centuries. We will start by going through them one by one. So let's start with number 1. Clipping. It's to simply cut off a part of a word, very common in slang and nicknames. For example, you could say William is brilliant about William Shakespeare, but you can also clip, like Will is Brill. There you have it. Other examples: fab for fabulous, celeb for celebrities, text for text messages, and blog. It used to be called weblog, now it's called blog. Okay. Another type is compounding, and that's when you join 2 words that can stand independently. Here we see that the touchscreen and glove merge like that. Touchscreen and glove merge, and what does that create? Well, we've created a new word, touchscreen gloves. Okay. Other new examples are silicone safari, going somewhere on holiday and having cosmetic surgery there. Humble brag, saying something that's apparently modest, which is really intended as a boast, common on Facebook. Should the compound be written as one word, as in lifeboat, in 2 words, as in life sentence, or with a hyphen, as in lifesaver? Well, problem is there are really no clear rules here, so if you're unsure of which to choose, you need to look it up in a dictionary, sadly. Okay. Another type, very popular type of word formation today is blending, when parts of two words form a third. So let's see what's happening here when Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie are put in a blender. We've got suddenly Brangelina, a Brangelina cocktail, okay? There are a few other examples, but this is so popular to do that you can find many other examples and make up your own. It's kind of fun. We have, for example, sexting for sending sexual text messages. Belieber for being a believer in Justin Bieber or a fan of Justin Bieber. And my favorite, a brony, a brother, that is a man who loves the TV series My Little Pony. Friendship is magic. Should be loves, of course. And Grexit, Greek exit. Okay. We got another type 4, called affixation. That's when you add a prefix or a suffix to a word. Prefixes and suffixes are word elements that cannot stand by themselves. They're meaningless by themselves, such as an or e. But add them to the word, and they have the superpower to change the whole meaning of the word. So unkind, un plus kind, which will be unkind, employ plus e, which will be employee. That's why it's really, really smart to learn some suffixes and prefixes, because then you'll learn a whole lot of new words. And here are some examples of prefixes and suffixes, but there are many websites that can help you understand as well as practice some new prefixes and suffixes, and also they can help you make new words, okay? So you should learn prefixes and suffixes to increase your vocabulary. Type 5, acronyms. An acronym is an abbreviation that is pronounced like a word. LOL, IKEA, ABBA, WAG, busily. Do you recognize any of these words? Do you know what they mean or what they stand for? Abbreviation pronounced like words. LOL stands for laugh out loud. ABBA, Agneta, Björn, Benny, Annefrid. IKEA, Ingvar Kamprad, Untitled Chapter. Busily, but I still love you. When you give some criticism, you might write busily afterwards to make it more soft. WAG, wife and girlfriend of footballer, like Posh Spice. And Henry, we didn't put that in. Henry, high earner, not rich yet. People who are trying to make their fortune. That's one type. And go through another type of word formation. That's called eponyms. That's words named after a person or product. Here are some examples. Sandwich, after the Earl of Sandwich, who was so obsessed with gambling that he didn't want to go away to eat. Instead, he told the servant to bring him 2 slices of bread with cold meat in between them to the gambling table, and thus the sandwich was born after the Earl of Sandwich. Okay, he invented it. The Rachel was popular in the 90s. The haircut made popular through the TV series Friends in the 90s. Jennifer Aniston herself hated the haircut, however. Pod radio, after the product name, eponym iPod. We talk about pod radio. Asperger, the syndrome, named after an Austrian pediatrician called Hans Asperger. Examples. And we've got 2 more types I want to go through. Loan words and translations. And that's type 7. Loan words, when you borrow the word as they look and sound, for example, smorgasbord, ombudsman from Swedish. And loan translation, where we translate the meaning of a word or phrase. Hot dish, for example, is a translation from Swedish varmrätt into English, hot dish. Translate the different parts. Or Milky Way, loan translation from Latin into English. And we've got idioms. Idiom is a whole phrase that has a specific meaning. And a new popular idiom is vote something off the island, to reject something as unsatisfactory. And we've used that since the TV series Survivor ran in the United States. That has been a popular idiom. Okay. And lastly, we've got mimicking. Words that type 9, words that imitate other words. It's kind of funny because I haven't really seen this described before. I just realized that there are so many words that try to sound like other words. Potterhead, for example. Someone who loves the Harry Potter series, like a Potter fan, Harry Potter fan. It sounds almost like pothead, so like a drug addict, pothead, so it imitates that. Nomophobia, that's no mobile phobia. Someone who can't be without their mobile phone, their cell phone, has to have their cell phone all the time. It's mimicking homophobia, doesn't it? It rhymes with homophobia. Pegasus. That's a girl or woman who loved the series My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, but it sounds almost like Pegasus. And finally, binge thinker. Someone who tends to worry or think about lots of subjects in an uncontrolled way. It rhymes with binge drinker, so that's an example of mimicking. And we've come to the end now. So now it's your turn. Go out and create some new words. Follow these patterns or create others. Best of luck to you. Bye.